Let's continue with the sports theme, shall we? The book on NHL Free Agent Frenzy has closed for another year. And here to recap the got 'em, need 'em, can't live without 'em, ice capades, is TSN Bardown's Eric Kirk. Eric, good morning and thanks for being here again.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So let's start with the Toronto Maple Leafs, okay? They were busy fortifying their goaltending with Samsonov, adding some forward pieces with Kubel and Gaudreau. What do you make of the Leafs' moves?
I think this is really what the Leafs did last offseason that people seem to forget about because they were very busy midseason with trades, kind of finalizing a roster. And I think we'll see that again this year. But it's basically what the Leafs are going to have to do every year with this core that they have. They have to retool. They're going to lose a lot of those depth pieces, which we saw. Ilya Mikheyev went for $4.5 million a year.
That's a lot.
Right? All these players are leaving. Kashelek. So many of the Leafs' depth players went elsewhere. So they really have to find these young, depth, cheap players that they can fill around their big, expensive core. And I think that they did a pretty good job. I think Gaudreau is a very good fourth liner. He's different from what they're used to, but very good. And Samsonov, very similar to Jack Campbell, former first-round draft pick that can't seem to find his footing in the NHL. Sound familiar? I think so.
Yeah. Does this mean players like Simmons are maybe not long for the Leafs?
I don't think so. I think the Leafs are really trying to find a new identity for that third line. They don't really want the fighters that they're not really letting fight anymore.
That's right.
So I think they're trying to put some skill on that line and get some gritty, maybe throw the body around a bit, but not so much the full Wayne Simmons discount.
Yeah. All right, so the big splash that everybody was looking for kind of happened. Johnny Hockey Gaudreau, he was the big ticket free agent. Where did he land out of Calgary?
And out of nowhere, it seemed like nobody was talking about it. Johnny Gaudreau just decides Columbus sounds good. Everybody had him booked to near his hometown of New Jersey. It was New Jersey, New York, maybe even Buffalo, Philadelphia. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Johnny Hockey announces he's going to Columbus. That's where he's signing, leaving money on the table because Calgary offered him significantly more. I don't know if it's those Canadian taxes. I don't know if he wanted to be close to home. But Johnny Gaudreau decided Columbus was the place for him.
Let's wrap it up with Nazem Kadri. Won a cup in Colorado. Where is he going? Do we even have a clue?
Not sure yet. The Avs have done a great job at re-signing a lot of their players. They've kind of tried to keep this team together by keeping Josh Manson and some other pieces. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're still trying to make a run at Kadri, and that's why we haven't seen any movement, because he probably does want to stay. He won a cup. He has a house there. He's built his family there. That's kind of where he is. Right. Wouldn't surprise me if he wants to stay there. But they're going to be strapped for cash with the cap. So it's really hard to tell.
Yeah. And the Avs and Lightning, the two teams that were in the finals, they pretty much re-upped and added tested talent. So they're both looking good for next season. I wish we had more time, Eric, but that's it for today. Thanks for breaking down the big stuff for us here on CP24 Breakfast, Eric.